Hello and welcome. I'm Ed O'Farrell, and this is a Real Assets Advisor Hot Minute. Today, we're going to spend a hot minute or so with Adriana Tullman. Adriana is a co founder, managing partner, and head of capital markets at Peak Altitude Partners. Peak Altitude Partners offers curated investment research and select private market opportunities to RIAs, family and multifamily offices, endowments, and nonprofits. Peak's partner ecosystem currently advises on approximately 60 billion of assets under management. Welcome, Adriana.
Hey, Ed, great to be here.
Adriana, you ready for a hot minute?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Hometown where you currently reside.
I'm from Querétaro, Mexico, and live in Vail, Colorado.
All right, alma mater and college major.
I went to SMU in Dallas and majored in political science, public policy, French, and history.
First job as a kid.
Worked for my dad in a chemical manufacturing business, doing like warehouse and logistics and all the things I learned I did not want to keep doing.
First job as a professional.
I joined Hightower in its early years as a marketing intern.
Okay. What was a compelling factor that you and your partners identified in a marketplace that convinced you to launch Peak?
Our belief is that the folks that you just described, RIAs, family offices, multifamily offices in particular, are going to be increasing their allocations to private markets. And that's really underpinned by this view that the number of publicly traded companies has decreased dramatically. 30 years ago, you had about twice as many publicly traded companies. And today, about 85% of companies with over 100 million in revenue are actually privately held. So we believe these investors will want to access those opportunities.
Okay. How does Peak differ from a traditional investment consulting firm?
We are investors at heart. So fundamentally, we're investing our own capital alongside a very select group of partners with whom we're investing pari passu, and that ultimately differentiates us by structure.
Okay. How does Peak circumvent conflicts of interest in its client recommendations?
First and foremost, as I mentioned, we're investing our own capital. Also, importantly, we are fiduciaries on our vehicle and take that fiduciary responsibility. And then finally, we do not take any capital from GPs. So we're not a placement agent where we're paid by fund managers, and no fund manager capital has been invested into our business.
Okay. Among all the opportunities in private markets, which vehicles does Peak currently see as being the most attractive?
I don't know if these are vehicles per se, but I think thematically, we're really tilted towards value oriented opportunities right now. By way of example, on the private equity side, that might look like a middle market buyout manager that's value oriented at its investment and then has a deep operational toolkit to create some value. And so it invests well and then creates value. And then on the private credit side, that might look like more of a specialty credit opportunity or even a distressed allocation as we expect some form of changes in market conditions.
Okay. Talent or useless talent you possess that most folks don't know you have.
I speak three languages. English is pretty useful. Spanish and French we could debate.
All right. Person dead or alive who isn't a family member you'd most like to have dinner with.
I would have loved to have had dinner with Madeline Albright. I missed that chance, but I think she brought some levity and even fashion into diplomacy, which is much needed.
Okay. And what restaurant would you choose to have said dinner at? And what would you order?
I was just in Lucca, Italy, in Tuscany, and this is like a no-name restaurant that just cooks something fresh every day. So whatever they're serving, that's what we're having. The place.
Luca. Sounds pretty good. You can connect with Adriana directly on LinkedIn. And for more information on Peak Altitude Partners, you can visit peakalts.com. On behalf of the team here at Real Assets Advisor, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next time.
Thanks, Ed.